Gentle winds have sealed, the night held its breath. I traced your footsteps through the quiet depth. Every word you left behind felt like a door I couldn't find. Your shadow lingered on the wall, a memory I couldn't call. I watched the moments pass us by and knew I'd never see your eyes. I memorized the way you smiled, the way the world felt tame for a while. But timing faltered, hearts misread, and all the things I wanted to say went unsaid. We stood too close to change the end, too far to turn and just pretend. Your hand reached mine but slipped away and left me holding yesterday. If you'd arrived a little sooner, if your heart had known the way, would we still be standing here, or just echoes of the same day? You love me too late, when the moments had already flown. I waited in the silence while the truth was left unknown. You love me too late, and the night swallowed the sound of all the words I wanted before you were gone. Maybe you felt it all along, maybe timing stole the song. I tried to reach across the space, but love had already left the place. Every heartbeat, every sigh, echoes of what we let die. I would have held you if I could, but the timing misunderstood. You love me too late, when the echoes filled the air. I was still here waiting for a truth you couldn't share. You love me too late, and the silence turned to sound. I'll remember what we almost had before you were found. Some love doesn't arrive in time, it waits and leaves you in the quiet, where I learned you loved me too late. We didn't fight, we didn't scream, just whispered truths that went unseen. Your hand in mine, but not quite there. We were quiet, but I still cared. Every glance carried hesitation, every silence built a wall. We kept holding, but not together. Love was small, afraid to call. If I'd spoken louder, if I'd stayed a little closer, would we still be here tonight? Or was this fading out of sight? Love didn't raise its voice, it just slipped softly away. We were standing in the echoes of what we couldn't say. Love didn't raise its voice, but the silence was loud, and I'm still holding pieces of what we lost somehow. Now I watch the empty space where your shadow used to stay. I speak the words I never dared, but they only drift away. We were close enough to hold, but too afraid to break. Love didn't shout, words faded, quiet and stern. If we dared to speak, to risk, would we still have this? Or is it missed? Love didn't raise its voice, it just slipped softly away. I tried to call your heart back, but the words couldn't stay. Love didn't raise its voice, but the silence still resounds, and I am still holding pieces of the quiet we found. Some love doesn't shout, it just leaves a quiet you can't forget, and I still hear. We walked the streets we knew by heart, but every step felt miles apart. Your laugh once close, now echoes thin. I realized the world had shrunk within. The coffee shop lights flickered low, I watched you sip, I didn't know. When your eyes stopped seeking mine, I felt the distance start to climb. I reached for words we used to share, but you were only half aware. I traced the space where your hand should be and found a shadow, not the me. We held the same room, breathed the same air, but I was learning how not to care. Not from choice, not from fight, I just felt the distance grow that night. If I'd spoken louder, if I'd stayed a little closer, would we still be standing here, or was it always disappearing? I felt the distance grow between your heart and mine, like a river running slow through a space we couldn't bind. I felt the distance grow, and I couldn't find a way to pull you close or bring you back in time. Every word we left unsaid, every step we didn't take, built a wall we couldn't see, and a space we couldn't break. I wanted to reach across the silence to bring you back somehow, but the closer I got, the farther it allowed. I felt the distance grow between us now, like the night swallowed the light. Tried to call, tried to hold bank, they just quietly flow, and I stayed behind as I felt the distance grow. We didn't fall apart, we bent like something fragile in the rain. Every promise still intact, just slightly out of place. We kept moving in the same room, but never face to face, like parallel lines pretending they were headed somewhere safe. I felt the shift before the words, in the way you said my name. Still here, but not the same. Love drifted sideways out of our hands. We were reaching forward, but losing the plan. Not broken, just misaligned. Still close, but not right. Love drifted sideways between you and I. We held on out of habit, called it strength, called it time. But comfort isn't forever when the feeling's left behind. Every silence grew heavier, every truth delayed. We were guarding the future by not asking it to stay. Love drifted sideways, somewhere we couldn't see. We kept naming it almost, calling distance space to breathe. Still standing in the moment, watching something slide. Love drifted sideways between you and maybe love doesn't leave us, maybe it just loses its way. Maybe we were so scared of breaking, we let the center fade. I'd have followed you anywhere if you just turn around, but you kept moving forward and love slipped sideways now. Love drifted sideways while we stood still inside. I was fighting for direction, you were letting it slide. We were everything we needed, just afraid to decide. Love drifted sideways right in front of our eyes. Some endings don't collapse, they quietly realign. And love drifted sideways out of time. We were sitting in the same room, but miles away somehow. You stared into your coffee like it held the words you wouldn't say out loud. I felt the distance growing in the pauses of your breath, Every silence felt intentional, like you were practicing the end. I asked you if you were okay. You smiled, said, yeah, I'm fine. But love doesn't leave all at once, it fades a little over time. Your hand let go of mine first, like it didn't notice when the moment slipped between us and never came back again. You let the feeling slip somewhere between the truth and fear. I was holding on to everything, you were slowly disappearing. I would have stayed through all of it if you had let me in, but you let the feeling slip, and I felt it when you did. Maybe you wanted less. Maybe love isn't missing, it's just unaddressed. I was still choosing you. You let the feeling slip. I was fighting for the spark. You were already halfway gone. I was memorizing your heart. I would have waited in the dark if you had said don't quit, but you let the feeling slip, and I felt it. Some losses don't break loudly, they just quietly exist. And I stayed too long believing you wouldn't let the feeling slip. We said goodbye like we'd rewind, like the ending wasn't real. Your shadow lingered in the street, I didn't know what I should feel. Streetlights flicker like they knew something wasn't settled right. You walked away, I stayed behind, still talking to the night. Every step you took away pulled me closer to the edge. If this is how it ends for us, why does it feel like we're not dead? The night felt unfinished, like we paused mid-breath. Your name on my lips, still nothing less. We were 1 second from honest, one touch The night felt unfinished, like the stars missed their cue. We were fire in the dark, till the moment you knew. If this is the end of us, I don't accept the truth without finish. Strips back. Some nights don't say goodbye, they just fade out slow. The night felt unfinished, and I still know. We left the porch light on for hope, like it was searching for your car. Every night I told myself you never meant to go that far. Your sweater's folded on the chair, like you might need it when you return. But seasons change without a word, and every candle lost its burn. Love forgot the way back home, somewhere between goodbye and gone. I kept waiting by the door, but love moved on. I memorized your favorite songs, still hear them playing in my head. I talk to ghosts inside these rooms, repeating things we never said. I tried to map the road to us, but every path just disappears. I guess forever isn't lost, it just gets buried under years. If I could rewrite the night, if I could stop the fall, would you still be reaching, or were we losing all alone? I forgot the way back home, somewhere between the truth and fear. We built a world that couldn't last, but I still feel you here. I left the light on in my soul, even when I knew you'd gone. Love forgot the way back home, and I'm still holding on. Maybe love didn't leave me, maybe it just lost the map. Maybe we were standing still while time erased the path. I called your name into the dark, hoping echoes would respond. But silence is the loudest proof that some love never comes back from. Love forgot the way back home, somewhere between the dreams we drew. I'm still standing in the doorway, waiting for a version of you. I left the light on in my soul, even when the night went wrong. Love forgot the way back home, but I remember us too strong. If you ever find the road again and know where I belong, but love forgot the way back home, and the light's still on. Love forgot the way back home. I felt it. You stopped looking at me like you knew my name. Every touch felt careful, every word restrained. We were standing still while the world moved fast, like you were already calling us the past. The nights grew longer, your hands grew cold. I felt the shift before you let it show. I was counting heartbeats, holding ground right before your heart slowed down. When your heart slowed down, mine was racing, trying to keep us alive. You pulled away slow down. Now I see it clearer in the aftermath. You weren't cruel, you were just done halfway back. You stayed for comfort, not for truth. I stayed believing there was still a you. I blame the night, I blame myself, but love doesn't fade for someone else. It fades when the feeling won't come around, like the day your heart slowed down. If I'd held you closer, if you stayed and fought, would we be broken, or was this all we were not? I felt it in your silence, and the way you let me fall. You didn't leave all at once, you just stopped loving me at all. I was burning for the both of us, you were already ashes on the ground. Say it, say you felt it too. When your heart slowed down, your mind broke, trying to understand. You let go piece by piece, I was still reaching for your hand. I would have stayed through the darkness, I would have drowned, but you were already gone. When your heart slowed That's when you left me now. Some endings don't explode, they just fade somehow. And I'll always remember the sound when your heart slowed down. The door didn't slam, it just let go. Your jacket's still hanging by the door. I count the seconds in the dark, like maybe you'll come back for more. Your coffee's cold on the windowsill, your name still hums in every sound. I didn't chase you down the stairs, I stayed where we were breaking down. The clock kept moving, I stayed still, like time was scared to touch my skin. I rehearsed the things I should have said, but they don't work now you're not in. Your side of the bed still knows your shape, I sleep around it every night. You took the noise, you took the light, and left me learning how to fight. I stayed in the quiet after, when your voice was gone, when the echo was louder than holding on. You left with the ending, I stayed with the truth. I stayed in the quiet after, loving you. I I stayed in the quiet after loving you. Some goodbyes don't make a sound, they just leave you in the room, learning how to breathe again in the quiet after you. We were talking in commas, never finishing truths, half said forever, half afraid to choose. Every look felt loaded, every silence loud. We stood in the moment, but we never said now. I traced your shadow on the edge of the night, close enough to touch you, far from being right. We were reading the same page, different signs, and love was written. If I'd spoken louder, if you'd stayed a little longer, would we still be standing here, or was it always on the border? Run fell between the lines, in the space we never crossed. Now I replay the scenes like an unfinished film, every maybe someday cutting deeper still. You moved on like the ending made sense to you. I stayed in the silence wondering what we'd do. I hear your name in the echo of maybes, in the places we loved but never called safe. We were brave in our hearts, but quiet in time, and love kept slipping. Love fell between the lines. I don't blame you, I don't blame me. Timing's a thief that never leaves. If love is a language we were scared to speak, and the truth is the silence is what buried me. Love fell between the lines, no more silence in the breath before goodbye. I could rewrite the moment, I let the truth collide. We were everything we needed, just afraid to try. Love fell between the lines, but I'll always read your name in the spaces of my life. Love fell between the lines.